Our 1 month no buy challenge is complete. In this video we are going to do a recap on how it went, where we caved, what we spent money on, and 5 things we learned from our no spend January.
Just a refresher for those who haven't been keeping up with us this month. We kicked off the new year with a no buy January where we challenged ourselves to not spend any money outside of necessities for 31 days, which at the beginning of the month we established to be gas, phone plans, groceries, and we included beer and wine in our grocery list, and we considered this the allowed list.
We decided to leave beer and wine on the allowed list as we figured having drinks at home would deter us from going to the bar, but not limit us to going to house parties or having friends over for drinks, which completely worked because we didn't go out to the bar once this month.
So everything else filed into our restricted list. Between the two of us, we spent money from our restricted list 9 times in the last 31 days. So here is what we spend money on.
I had to buy a new wallet because I lost mine in late December.
We had to buy a new tripod plate because we lost ours this month.
In my wallet included my driver's license, so that was another expense.
We went to a park that we thought was going to be free, but there was an admission fee and we were too awkward to turn around and say no to it. I was applying for new jobs this month, so I had to get my first aid and CPR certification.
We had to spend a little bit of money at Sephora because Rachel thought she had a little bit more money on her gift card than she did, and we were kind of too awkward to walk away at that point.
For the job that I got hired for, I had to get a criminal record check, and to get that criminal record check, the buses were down, Nick had to go at work, so I had to take an Uber. And the very last expense was
my shameful Red Bull.
The shameful Red Bull.
You know, man. The last one, I bought a Red Bull while I was at work.
We thought that the biggest challenge was to not buy any coffee at all this month, which we actually didn't buy any coffee out this month.
I would have got a coffee, but all the place had was Red Bull. So we were planning on spending $0 on our restricted lists, as you know, which means that puts us a whopping $389.41 over the $0 budget that we allocated to ourselves. However, these costs can be mostly justified. Maybe not my Red Bull, but...
So because I was job hunting this month, the first aid, CPR, criminal record check, and even the Uber kind of were all work related.
It was my bad that I lost my wallet in December, so since I drive for work and because of the timing, it just so happened to work out that I needed to get my driver's license and a wallet to put all my things in.
It was on a restricted list, but it is non-negotiable. You need a driver's license for work and you need a wallet to put your driver's license in. The tripod plate we need for vlogging, and although that might seem silly to some people, photography and making videos and all that stuff has been always super important to me. So for us, buying a new tripod plate to be able to make videos like this isn't in my opinion like buying a new cute shirt from Forever 21. Is Forever 21 even open anymore? I don't know. So really, in our minds, the only slip-ups were the Conservation Park admission fee, the Sephora purchase, and the Red Bull. So, do we still think it was a success?
I mean, like, I'm proud. Like, we didn't eat out once, we didn't go to the bar once, which I think is... You can mark that up as a success.
We didn't get coffee, which is something that we normally do a lot. But yeah, we had no slip up, so that was like, that croissant looks really good today. Which, to be honest, we used to do all of the time. And
it was at least like once or twice a week.
Yeah, for sure. And like, I mean, it just really makes you think about it. Even if we had food in the fridge before, we'd be like, like we want to get Domino's or something.
Yeah.
So we haven't done that at all, and we've kind of realized that you don't need to do that if you have food.
No, it really makes you think about it.
Yeah, and we didn't take any like weekend trips to the city or anything like that, which normally we would at least once a month or something. So I think that it was a success.
I think it was a success, yeah.
Yeah, good job us. So what did we learn from it?
Number 1, you don't need to buy a coffee every day. It's just a habit that you kind of get yourself into. You can just get up a bit earlier and make one in the morning.
Number 2 is that you need to spend money to make money, and because I was job hunting this month, sometimes it's just impossible to not spend anything at all. So jobs can cost money, and that's the situation that I ended up in this month. But at the same time, you can still always be conscious of where your money is going.
Number 3, if you don't want something for more than 30 days, then you probably don't really want it.
Those Sour Patch Kids on the 6th of January.
I want them all year round.
Okay. Oh, never mind then. Number 4 is doing one big grocery shop at the beginning of the week can feel very expensive, but actually it's cheaper than doing more frequent grocery shops and then eating out in between. So at first we were very jarred by how big our grocery bills were, but then when we looked at the difference of how much we used to spend, we noticed that it was actually every 5 days, not every week, and we would eat out like twice or 3 times a week sometimes. So grocery shopping is still cheaper even when the bill looks big.
And the most important thing that we learned, number 5, saving money can actually be kind of fun if you have a bit of a competitive side, and even more fun if you have someone to do it with or someone to compete with.
So let us know how your no-buy challenges went this month, and if you're planning on continuing for the entire year. Our attention spans are way too low to stay interested in the same challenge all year, and we are ready for a new challenge, so that will be introduced in the next video.
We have more videos coming up soon on saving money to decluttering and minimalism, and what we do in these kind of prep times between traveling. So if any of that interests you, then please keep posted, and we will see you soon.